All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 140-pound division, where there has been a absolutely huge accusation made against Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, DAZN Boxing, all related to the fight that took place with Virgil Ortiz this last Saturday night. Toney Weeks, the referee, stopped the fight in the first round before the fight really got going, and he came out and explained why he did so. And what he said, just if true, really shows the dark side of the sport of boxing. And so all I can say is, wow, man. It makes Golden Boy look bad, really makes DAZN look bad, makes Nevada State Athletic Commission look bad, and also makes the press look bad, because I can't not talk about a response that I saw from the boxing media that is so insistent on protecting certain promoters that they ride with. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about something that is a major accusation that was made about Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, DAZN, and whoever else you want to say is involved with this, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, as it relates to the fight that took place with Virgil Ortiz this last Saturday night, which was a debacle, to say the least. And it's all revolves around or comes from a response that Toney Weeks got from a lot of people jumping on him for having stopped a fight where it appeared like the fighter that Virgil Ortiz stopped could have continued and was not really hurt. Toney Weeks, a longtime ref in Las Vegas and throughout the world, explained why he did it, and it is shameful. Before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime supporter and subscriber to the channel, thank you guys so much. Mattiol, I saw you out there in that catch, in that super thanks, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Barbara D. Thank you, Jeff Miller. Thank you to everybody else that supported. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. But let's move forward into this, because Toney Weeks stopped that fight because he said that the doctors, the fighter who was fighting Virgil Ortiz, had a medical and had brain scans done. And that on the first brain scan that came through for Virgil Ortiz's opponent, it came through and it said that he had an aneurysm. Then they did a second test, and the second test went to another doctor, and the same doctor saw the same aneurysm. Then they went to a third doctor, and then they found a third doctor, and then the third doctor said, no, there's no aneurysm there. So on the third attempt, a doctor cleared him to fight. And Toney Weeks said that is why he stopped the fight as quickly as he did, because he did not, obviously, and this is me paraphrasing, obviously he personally felt that that fighter was at risk for having something catastrophic take place if he was hit in the head the wrong way. So seeing as he got in the ring with Virgil Ortiz and the fight was an absolute mismatch, and it was very, very clear that it was a mismatch from the very beginning, he says, okay, as soon as a few punches land, he stops the fight, right? Now, here's my thing. Toney Weeks, and this was, I was reminded of this with by Blood Boxing. Shout out to Blood Boxing. Subscribe to Retro Boxing and Documentaries. He was on, we do a show every Sunday morning. He's one of the best knowledgeable boxing historians that you're ever going to find. Definitely go check out him on his, check his channel out, Retro Boxing and Documentaries. They do great, he does really, really great documentaries over there. And he talked about how Toney Weeks had been in the ring with the fighter that had died. Leander Johnson, I do believe, is the name of the fighter that passed away in the ring with Toney Weeks. And after that had taken place, and I do believe that was like in the early 2000s, Toney Weeks, having been in that situation, had become much more sensitive about allowing fights to continue, right? And when he sees that a fight is not as competitive or a fighter may get hurt, he'll wave it off. The most obvious one was Rolly Romero versus Ismael Barrosa, which was waved off to the favor of Rolly Romero when Ismael Barrosa didn't look like any of the shots landed that Rolly Romero was throwing. Now, the interesting thing is, I mean, you think, well, why did he do it then, right? And I can't speak to that, but I do know that if, as a referee, if you have somebody's life in your hands, and you feel like this person is really going to get hurt, hey man, you got to do what you got to do to assuage, to protect that fighter from damage that's coming. At the same time, it's a balancing act because you have to allow the fighter to have a chance to win because that's their livelihood, and they all know that they're taking the risk. So for me, I understand where Toney Weeks is coming from, and actually it takes a lot of courage to do that and stop fights like that without letting the bloodbath, commence. Now, on the other hand, the people that you have to question the procedure around that would allow somebody to basically, if this, what he's saying is right, shop around and find a doctor that is going to clear you, right, from something as severe as a brain aneurysm. Now, I did not take my time ahead of time to research brain aneurysms. I know that if you have an aneurysm, boom, I know that it can have severe problems, cause your body severe problems, right? It's in that class of maladies. But it seems to me that this blame should be passed around mighty, mighty thoroughly to the promoter that knew that a fighter had those type of situations, and if somebody was okay, well, if you can eventually find somebody that says it's good to go, okay, it's good to go. Right now, then you have the network, and then you have the network, which is the zone. Right. And obviously I'm not going to blame the fighter or put anything on the fighter, but it just seems like reckless with that fighter's safety and honestly with the sport itself, because, it's been a while. It's been a while since somebody died on major network TV. Even I don't know if I should call DAZN a major network, but it is as far as boxing goes. That would be very, very unfortunate. And I think that for the greater good of everybody that wants the sport to continue, that we would make sure, or they would make sure, that it is as safe as possible. So this is a very damning allegation from Toney Weeks. Toney Weeks subsequently took down his tweet. His Facebook post. But there it is, man. And those are my thoughts on it. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.